Everyone, I just want to start by going through the work that I left you. So it's quite a bit of it because I didn't give you a lot of class content, so I assumed you would have some time in class to do this. And then obviously a reasonable amount of homework. Now, this is hard enough to gauge, so like if I'm wrong, that's fair enough, just let me know. Anyway, ABCD is a parallelogram with side AD extended to E, so you can see that over here. Angle BCD. So angle BCD, yeah, is this one here. So that's 70 degrees, and the reason is opposite angles in a parallelogram. Okay, so ADC. ADC is this one. So the whole parallelogram is 360 minus 140 for the two 70-degree angles. Sorry, so that's 220. And then divide that by 2 because this angle and this angle are the same. So 220 divided by 2 is 110 degrees. So that's 110. Another way of getting there is that adjacent angles add up to 180. Okay, so this and this would be adjacent angles. So you could simply have done 180 minus 70 is 110. Okay, I don't know that we've done that theorem yet, but that is a theorem. That adjacent angles. Sorry, I'm trying to tidy this up a bit. Yeah, adjacent angles are equal to 180. So EDC. ADC. Oh, EDC is the top one. EDC is this one here. Okay, so we know that this one is 110, and that there is a straight line. Straight line, or angles on a straight line, add up to 180. So if you do 180 minus 110, you'll get 70. Another way of doing it would be, if we look, so if I extend this down, I can make an F, and these angles are corresponding, so they're both 70. That would work too. And then ABC is this one here, which is opposite the 110. So it's 110 because of opposite angles in a parallelogram. Okay, moving on here. Find the value of x in the following pairs of similar triangles. So they're telling us they're similar. So I'm going to do the big one, 11.875 divided by 9.5 equals x over 5. Okay, so we cross multiply this one up here, this one up here. So we have 9.5x equals 11.875 multiplied by 5 is 59.375. And then we divide by 9.5 and divide by 9.5. They cancel. And x equals, divided by 9.5, 6.25. So that's what I'm getting there. And now this one I'm going to have to delete. So go back if you want to look at that one again. I'm just going to take this out for a second. Okay, so let's pick out some corresponding sides. So this goes from the single angle to the empty angle. Okay, so single angle to empty angle is here. My God, that dog. And then I'm going from the empty angle to the dot. And empty angle to the dot. Empty angle to the dot is here. And then I'm going from line to dot. I'm going from line to dot. Right, so there's your corresponding angles. So now we just need to match them up. So the pink one is kind of useless because I don't have it here. So I'm going to stick with the green and the yellow. So 17 over x, that's yellow over yellow, And then 12 over 37.5 is green over green. So cross multiply, and we get 12x equals 37.5 multiplied by 17 is 637.5, and then divided by 12. So x equals 53.125. Divided by 12, 3.125 times bigger, so multiply that by 17. Yeah, 53.125 seems right. Okay, that's that one. Which of these is right angled? Okay, so because we don't have a right angle, we'll have to identify the hypotenuse as the longest side. So here, so the hypotenuse is the longest side. And obviously it's only a hypotenuse if there is a right angle, so we need to investigate. So 37 squared equals 35 squared plus 12 squared. 37 squared is 1369. 369. 35 squared is 1225, and 12 squared is 144. And that is 1369 equals 1369. So that means 37 was a hypotenuse, which means that is right angled. This one, 85 squared equals 84 squared plus 13 squared. So 85 squared is 7225. 84 squared is 7056, and 13 squared is 169. Add 7056 and we get 7225. So that one there is also a right angle. Both of those are right angled. Now, angle 1 and 2 in each of the following diagrams we need to find. Okay, so it says O is the center. If O is the center, that's a diameter. That means this is a semicircle, and that means that's 90. Okay, so angle 1 is 90 because it's the angle in the semicircle. And then if we do 50 plus 90, we get 140. And then 180 minus 140 is 40. So angle 2 equals 40. And I knew that because the three angles of a triangle equal 180. Getting there. Find x and y in each of the following triangles. So they're telling us that these two angles are the same with the dots, and they're telling us that these two angles are the same with the double lines, and that means these two angles have to be the same, which means they're equiangular triangles, even though they don't look it at all. So that means I can do the whole what's the theorem? The sides are proportional in order. Okay, so we put 6 over 9. Yeah, so this one here corresponds to this one here, so 6 over 9. And then, so I did a little first, so y over 12 would be this one here corresponding to this one here. Okay, so cross multiply, we get 9y equals 72. And then I have to divide by 9, change back, and 72 divided by 9 is 8. That means y is 8. And then if I do x, so if I go 7 over x equals, so hang on, so 7 and the x, that's fine. So just do 6 and 9 equals 6 over 9. Cross multiply gives me 6x, and 7 9s are 63. Okay, and then we divide by 6, both sides. The 6's cancel, and 63 divided by 6 is 10.5. X is 10.5 and Y is 8. That's dividing by 6 there, if you can see that. Now this one I'm actually just going to take down below. So there's 2 triangles in it, okay? There's the big triangle, that one, and then there's the little triangle, okay? These are equiangular because this is corresponding to this. There's an F there, so they're the same. This is corresponding to this. Again, see, these are parallel, so there's an F there. And then this is the same in both triangles. Okay, so we have the, now excuse my drawing, especially on this thing, but we have the big one, which looks sort of like, ooh, that. And that is X down the side, Y across the bottom, and 8 and 6 is 14 at the side. Okay, and then we have the little one. Now, we don't know there. This is 3, and this is 6. And it does tell us that the lower part of this one, so like sort of this bit here, is 12, and this bit here is the same as this bit here. Does that make sense? Because I've taken that little triangle off. So it's 12 from here to here, and then the bit that's left, it's in both. Sorry? Don't know if that's going to be relevant. Okay, so find X and Y. Right. So this side here corresponds to this side here, and that's going to help us. And this one down here corresponds to this one here. So we can go 14 over 6 is equal to Y over 3. 6Y equals 14 times 3 is 42. Again, just try to ignore. So Y equals 42 divided by 6, which is 7. Okay. So if I put in that equals 7. Now, I'll use my highlighter just to try and... So this side here, X, corresponds to this side here. No, but I don't know either. Oh, this is tricky. I took this out of the higher level book. I thought it was a bit more straightforward. Okay, if I go back up here. So this whole thing here is X, right? And then this bit of it is the 12. So the bit that's left behind there, if I wanted to calculate it, would be X minus 12. Okay, think about that if I gave X a number. Like, so let's say I said the entire side was 20 and this bit's 12. How would you figure out what this bit is? You would do 20 minus 12. Do you know what I mean? So if the whole thing is X and this part of it is 12, then to get the bit that's left over, it's whatever the whole thing is minus 12, and that will leave you with the scribbly bit. So I think I'm going to need to do that. This is X minus 12. Oh, I don't know where this is going to take me. It's going to take me into... Right, let's have a look anyway. So if I put 14 over 6 again, and then X over X minus 12. Cross multiplying gives me 14 times X minus 12, and cross multiplying gives me 6X. 14 attached to this bracket, I can expand it, so it's 14X minus 14 times 12 is 168, and that equals 6X. Now, we did this last year, so here's my dividing line. And on this side, I want X's, and on the other side, I want numbers. So that means I need to move this. So I move it with a plus 168, and then I need a plus 168 over here. So I have 14x equals 6x plus 168. So now I have 14x on the x's side. On the number side, I have 168, which is fine, but I also have 6x. So we acknowledge that that's a plus. We get rid of it with a minus 6x, but you have to balance and bring it over here. So then we have 14 minus 6 is 8x equals 168. God. Then we divide by 8 on both sides. And we get 168 divided by 8 is 21. So x equals 21. So that was tricky with the whole x minus 12 thing. That was definitely higher level, and you probably would have needed a bit of instruction on that. So apologies for that one, but hopefully one or two of you might have managed to get it. And if not, the main thing is that you understand it now.